Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. I thought I'd do a video looking at the Battlefield Engineer Challenge and where I'm at it, at what is, I believe, day 4, or maybe day 3.5. I've been able to grind out 3 I-180s at the moment of recording, and I'm now working on my 4th. I've been able to get, as you can see, the Merkava, and also the I-180S. And as you know, my plan is to grind them out all by myself without asking for them from Gaijin themselves, and I've also set myself an idea where I'm not going to use the market. The reason for this is because I want to know if this event can be ground out without using the market at all. Therefore, the kind of the lowest common denominator for the average player. So therefore, you know, I don't have to. If somebody comes to me, let's say in a few weeks' time, and says, "Oh, that grind was impossible," I can go, "No, look, I did this," you know, kind of thing. But unfortunately, with all great events or all great issues or all great things, there are always some problems with it. One great thing is that on the Tech Hub we've hit over 5,000 members, and we will be doing some specific things with the Discord, so thank you all for joining. And it's been awesome having to chat with a lot of the community and also helping people with the issues that they've been personally having. But what has struck me as surprising is the amount of issues people have been running into which don't seem to be their fault. And what I mean by this is either bugs coming from the components not dropping, or issues with the event themselves which are stopping progress. And I thought, you know, how bad are these issues? I've been trying to work them out for myself. You know, are they overbearing? Are they stuff that you can get around? And unfortunately, I've run into one myself, and I understand that a lot of people are going to tell me one thing, and I'm going to go through why this is a bad idea in a second. So let's go into what I believe is a bug, and why it is unfortunately breaking for this event. So one thing that you get from the event is the boxes. As you can see, I've collected 12, and one of them for the top tier place award. I've also got some parts. This was the start of my 4th I-180. So this popped up after I completed the last one. I had 2 vouchers, and what I did was I started grinding for this one. Now, as you can see, there is something slightly different when it comes to my workshop. If you get an initial I-180, what you'll have is a diagnostic page, and also be able to diagnose the I-180S, work out the problems that it has. If you get it correct, then you get 10 extra parts. Now, I am not able to do that. As you can see, the option is just not there for me. I cannot test drive this thing, I cannot pick a diagnostic, I can still disassemble it, but I'm not able to do the initial stage of the event. I have to blow past it and be able to do all of this. Now, the problem with this is some people have also run into this bug. And a lot of people now are going to go, well, why don't you just disassemble it and go ahead? Well, if you do that, I have seen reports and I've seen screenshots of people who have over 130 toolkits and no component drops. And it seems like the bug is creating a scenario where people are not able to get the components through battles, so you would have to buy them through the Gaijin store. And for me, this is not acceptable if it's been made like this, and if it hasn't been made like this, and you know, it is a bug, I hope for it to get fixed, especially since this is in the middle of an event, and since I don't want to see this event extended, I want to just get this fixed. Let's get the damn thing fixed. So, as I said, I have seen screenshots of people who have 130 of these toolkits, but no drops of components at all. And there seem to be issues with specific rare components. If people are getting them to drop, some are dropping a lot less than others. The key one that we had most recently, which was a big topic of discussion on the Tech Hub, was the engine component, or one of the engine components, which was not dropping at all. And you can tell which ones are the rare ones, because they're the ones on the market which are incredibly expensive. And if the event has been set up in this way, so certain components are more rare than others, then you are literally screwing people through RNG if this is the case. Now, I have heard that this engine issue has been fixed, but it seems like there are other issues, such as the one I am presenting to you now, which have not. And because of this, it is stopping people being able to detect what is the issues with their i180, so they don't even know what to buy on the market if they want to go that route. And on top of it, it means that it stops your whole progression to get all of the other vehicles. And as a person who has set out to get all 6 of these vehicles, it puts me in a horrible predicament, which basically means I have to buy them off the Gaijin market, I have to request them from Gaijin, or I just have to hope they fix it in the next day or so. And a lot of people have said to me, well, just play another game, right? Where do you think I got these 12 crates from? Where do you think I got this one from? Where do you think I got the toolkits from? I've already tried that. I've already tried restarting my game. I've already tried analyzing my files. I have put in help reports. I've done all of this. Nothing has worked at this moment of time, which is why I am highlighting it in this video. And if this is not a bug, and the fact is on your 4th or 5th i180s you are not able to diagnose the issues, then, well, we've got a whole other can of worms, because obviously this was not talked about in the initial release of the War Thunder news article about the Battlefield Engineer event. And we'll have once again another case where the communication issues that we've had for a very long time now have exacerbated themselves through this problem. So my question is, can this be fixed? Is it worth extending the event, since a lot of people have run into issues such as this and other similar issues, whether it comes to the rare components or whether it comes to the coupons and buying them off the marketplace and trying to trade them in? It seems like what is required is at least some fixes to the event, otherwise we're going to end up with a lot of unhappy people. And if you're a person on consoles, I'm pretty sure this doesn't affect you. If you are on a person who is using the Gaijin market to trade vehicles or to trade parts, I'm pretty sure this isn't going to affect you. But for the average individual who is just trying to grind this stuff out, you're pretty much screwed, because you won't be able to do it when you get to this point. Because as I said, if I disassemble this now, what will happen is the system will not know what is wrong with my machine, and therefore it will not give me the random parts in random battles, which is how the system works. So I'm effectively stuck just gaining these and doing nothing else. Also, after playing a lot of battles in this event, I think some of the drop rates should be increased. As I said in my critique, the numbers that are getting bandied around are 0.1% for camouflages and times 10 toolbox. The toolkits themselves, just these single ones, seem to be around 80%, at least that's what I've read. I'm unsure if these numbers are true, but in my experience we are getting way too many 1s, not enough 2s, and hardly any 3s, and I haven't even seen a sniff of a camouflage, and this is a person who has got a lot of number 1 battles over the last few days. I would like to see these ideas increased. I would like to see the bugs fixed, so we can all at least have an event which makes sense, and an event which is honest compared to, you know, what it actually says on the page of the event. Now, as I said, the community part of the event has been wonderful. It's been great talking to a bunch of new people, understanding their points of view, discussing ideas, even talking about Star Wars and Yoda and some very unsavory things. But the main thing is, the event itself, which we are all trying to complete, has to be solid. It has to all work across the spectrum, and unfortunately right now, it isn't. Too many people are running into too many issues, and since I am, I would say, generally ahead right now of the average person when it comes to the amount of i180s created, I want to get this issue solved until more and more people run into this problem while they're trying to get their 3rd or 4th vehicle from the vouchers that are created from the i180. So hopefully, as I said, this gets fixed. I really hope it does, otherwise, to be quite honest, I'm going to be quite annoyed at the situation, more than I am already. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. I'd just like to thank B. Young, Blackie, Daniel Stanton, Dyslexic Child, Martinez, Matati, Moxie, Nito, Nick Graham, Alobralo, and Super Cacti for supporting me on Patreon.